Today's student community engagement and hiring platform Unstop has raised $5 million in its Maiden fund from Mynavi, a Japan-based HR tech firm, and online learning platform Coursera. Other investors like venture capitalist 9 Unicorns and Pankaj Bansal, through his fund Carrot Capital, also participated in the funding round. Unstop plans to use these funds for global expansion and to invest in tech. Ankit Aggarwal, the founder and CEO of Unstop, is with us, and so is my colleague Ritu. Ankit, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. First up, how does Unstop work? What do you mean when you say Unstop is a playground for individuals to learn, upskill, showcase their skills, and get hired to unlock their potential throughout their academic journey? What's the pain point that you're solving for? Talk to us about what's on offer.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me on the show. Pleasure to be here. In layman terms, if you basically see Unstop, it's the largest in India community engagement and hiring platform. We are connecting the talent with the employers, and in that process, we are ensuring that we are creating a playground for both these stakeholders to do matchmaking. So we currently have about 6 million users on our platform. And if I basically talk about certain examples to give you what we are doing for the users, imagine this playground like a cricket field or a football field where cricket, any sports, football and all are nothing but disciplines. Let's say cricket is MBA, football is engineering or so, right? On day one of your UG or PG, what essentially student want is essentially to learn new skills in that particular domain or discipline, right? And that is very, very well done through their college, through professors, through classrooms. Now, beyond that, they need platforms like Unstop to, one, practice their skills. So let's say in any sports, they will do net practice. So once we have learned it on in your college, you basically hop on to Unstop-like platforms where you can actually practice those skills. Then you actually can have matches with different players, different teams to ensure that the skills that you learned are actually practiced in a real life scenario and real. So in our terms, those matches are nothing but different engagements by different corporates. So let's say if Walmart, Flipkart, Amazon are doing hackathons or case study competitions or any other engagements, they open it up for pretty much all students to engage with those employers. So now the students are engaging with those employers. They're getting a sense of what it is like to be working in those big corporates, right? And while they are engaging, they are doing certain activities which are testing them on their basic skills. That basic skill for an engineer might be a coding. For an MBA, it might be marketing or finance, right? So while they are basically moving into that direction and they basically perform in that engagement, and if they perform really well, the employers are able to give them job offers.
Ankit, I'll request you to just answer us briefly. Now we're running out of time, sure. But what is the biggest challenge in finding the right talent with ever-evolving technology and whatnot? What are some of the trends that you're seeing in this area?
Yeah, so I think the key word there is the right talent. Every company is looking out for the best talent, and they cannot match aspirations of the IIM students or the IIT students. And similarly, students are also are looking out for the best employers that can actually give them that learning and growth that they want. So essentially what we are doing is that if, let's say, there is a 100 percentile talent, based on the skills, can we recommend that students to those employers which might be best suited for them? And that is the biggest problem.
All right. And you've raised $5 million. How do you plan to use the funds? Investing in tech and growing your presence is on top of mind?
Oh, yes. We are, at the end of the day, we are a tech platform. So we'll be investing that in tech and product plus marketing. Right now, our CAC is 0, but moving forward, we'll be investing in the B2C and the B2B segments.
If you could tell us about your talent community of 6 million students, how many active users are you seeing each month? How many placements are you facilitating? And what is the kind of addition you're looking to make to that list?
Sure. So if I say last month's stats itself, right now we are about 6 million users. Out of that, our monthly traffic is about 47 million. We have monthly active users of close to about 3 million that we did last month. What we basically say is that we are enabling students to be eligible for companies that generally don't come to their campus. So in last 6 months or 12 months itself, we have enabled close to 4 million students for opportunities that wouldn't have been able to access without Unstop as a platform.
All right. And where do your current revenues stand? What are the targets and what's profitability looking like?
So, I mean, last financial year, we have been profitable both at the gross as well as the net level. Our revenue numbers are close to about 3 million in last financial year, but we are looking at doubling that down in this financial year with these fundraise, and we are aiming at closing about 12 to 15 million users in this financial year.
Okay, Ankit, a quick one-line answer. Any new markets that you think you'd be looking at expanding into before we wrap up?
So these funds are primarily to double click on India, deep dive on it, and simultaneously working ourselves in the APAC region and the Africa subcontinent.
All right, Ankit, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We're completely out of time, but we wish you all the best going forward.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, moving on.